Hi students, today we'll discuss on string comparison. Let me take an example before explaining the program. See, string comparison is nothing but we need to compare each character of a particular string to another string. For example, I'll take a string 1 as Ram and string 2 as Raj. Okay, see, by looking at these two strings, easily we can tell that both the strings are not equal, because whatever the character I have, the third character I have in the string 1 is M and in string 2 it is J. In the sense, by comparing each character of one string to another string, easily I can tell whether they are equal or not, or whether string 1 is greater than string 2 or string 1 is smaller than string 2. This is a one kind of a condition I used to take, that is a str1 of a particular character is equal to str2 of corresponding character, in the sense the characters which is in the same place. And one more thing, we know that each string will always end by a null character. In the sense, whenever we are comparing, assume that string 2 is Raj Ram. String 2 is continuously R-A-J, R-A-M. In the sense, in string 2 I have 6 characters and in string 1 I have only 3 characters. So your obvious question is, Madam, after the end of third character in string 1 I have null character. Whether once I reach the particular null character, whether I need to move further, because in string 2 there are still characters are there? No. In either of the particular like a string, if I reach a null character, there is no need to go for further checking. Because if I reach a null that says that particular string don't have further characters, then without having a characters, how to compare? Understanding? With the same logic I would like to write a program. See, we know that always we will be using hash include stdio.h. Why I will be using this? Because I will be using some standard input output header files like printf, scanf, gets, puts, like that. Okay, and we know that the execution of a C program always starts from main. And what are the two like inputs are needed? We need string 1 with some size, I'll take 10, and we need string 2. I'll take the size of string 2 as also 10. Next, I need some like a control variable to refer the index of the particular strings. First, I should ask the user enter 2 strings. See, don't buy at anything. Why I'm asking the user 2 strings? The user to enter 2 strings, because I want to have 2 strings for comparison. See, by using gets, string 2. Yes, assume I'll read string 1 as Ram. Say I'm taking easier example because it takes less time for tracing. And I'll take a string 2 as Raj. See, null, these two are null, in the sense 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. Next, what to do? First, I want to refer to 0th character. So, I'll take I is equal to 0. Next, I want to compare 0th index character is 0th index character of string 1 is equal to string 2, and I want to check string 1 first 0th character is not is equal to null. Okay, see, all of you please try to understand one thing here. See, I am writing this particular condition. We have to think why we need to take this condition. Just now I said you that each character of a string 1 must be compared with the corresponding character of string 2. How long I have to compare? Till either of these conditions become false. I is equal to 0. See, str1 of I. What is the present value of I? 0. str1 of 0. What is str? See, this is str1 and this is str2. What is str1? It is r. str1 of 0 is equal to str2 of 0. That is r is equal to r because both are r. True or false? Obviously it evaluates to true. And str1 of I is not is equal to null. Yes, it is also true because str1 of I, what is the present value of I? 0. That is r is not is equal to null. Yes, this is also true. As both are true, I want to go for next character of a string 1 and string 2. That's why I am incrementing the value of I. That is I plus plus. Now the value of I will become 1. All of you people understood why I did I plus plus? Because I want to go for the next character of string 1 and string 2. Okay, so that's why I did I plus plus. I value become 1. Now again the control goes back. See, this particular block is very important for us now. This. So I value is 1. str1 of 1 is equal to str2 of 1. What is str1 of 1? This is A. What is str2 of I? This is also A. A is equal to A. Yes, it is true. And str1 of I is not is equal to null. What is str1 of I? That is A. str1 of 1. That is not is equal to null. Yes, A is not is equal to null. This is also true. True and true, again true. So it comes inside. I value will become 2. Again the control goes back. str1 of I. What is the present value of I? 2. str1 of 2 is equal to str2 of 2. What is str1 of 2? M. What is str2 of 2? It is J. M is equal to J. False. This equation evaluates to false. str1 of I. What is the present value of I? 2. str1 of 2. What is str1 of 2? M is not is equal to null. It is true. Because M is not is equal to null, yes, it is true. So false and true. What is false and true? Obviously it is false, because we know that in logical and if any one of the particular like operand evaluates to false, the whole equation evaluates to false. As it is false, it will not do I plus plus. So the next thing is we come to know that sum of the ith character of a string 1 is not matching with the string 2, in the sense both the strings are not equal. In the sense either string 1 is greater than string 2 or string 1 is smaller than string 2. That's that one I wanted to check. That is, if str1 of I greater than str2 of I. What is str1 of I? The present value of I is 2. The recently updated value of I is 2. str1 of I. What is str1 of I? That is str1 of 2. That is m. M greater than j, because str2 of 2 is j. This evaluates to true with respect to these inputs. So I will be printing string 1 is greater than string 2. Very simple. Assume. Please try to understand one thing. Instead of telling as a Ram and Raj, better assume instead of a Ram, I'll take as a Rad. Instead of Ram, the first string I'll take as a Rad. So with respect to this, the present value of I is 2. str1 of 2 is what? D. Okay, D greater than J. I'll keep the string 2 as Raj itself. D greater than J, false. D greater than J, false. As it is false, I have to check the next condition, that is, else if str1 of I less than str2 of I. Yes or no? With respect to the changed input, this evaluates to true? Yes. So if evaluates to true, I'll be printing printf string 1 is printf string 1 is smaller than string 2 with respect to the inputs Rad. With respect to the inputs Rad and Raj, this particular thing evaluates to true, because here str1 of I is D, because my present value of I is 2. See here, str1 of 2 is D. Okay, that's why this particular thing evaluates to true. Assume the next condition. Both the inputs are Ram and Ram. Both the inputs are what? Ram and Ram. In that condition, str1 of I, that is 2, is equal to str2 of I. Both are m. M is equal to m, as it is true. str1 of I is not is equal to null. Yes, that is also true. True and true evaluates to true. So the value of I becomes 3. If both the inputs are same, that is Ram and Ram. Next, again the loop repeats. str1 of I is equal to str2 of I. Just think now, what is the value of str1 of 3? Obviously it is null. And str2 of I is also null. Null is equal to null, yes, by the well understood, as it is true. But this is false, because str1 of I is null. Null is not is equal to null, false. As it is false, it will come outside. Now just think of it. If str1 of I greater than str2 of I, what is str1 of I? The present value of I is 3. With the inputs Ram and Rama, I am telling, please concentrate. Okay, so m is greater than m, false. M less than m, false. By default, I'll be taking the else part, that is printf string 1 is equal to string 2. Yes, very simple. See how successfully we people have done the string comparison. See, I would like to give the summary now. First thing is, I should ask the user to enter 2 strings. That's why I have declared 2 string variables, str1 and str2. I have asked the user to enter the 2 strings. Assume initially they'll give first, in the first execution, Ram and Raj. With these, whenever the value of I is with these, whenever the value of I is true, the condition become false. In that particular case, this particular evaluates to, this particular equation evaluates to true, and this execute. If in the next execution, if they change the input as Rad and Raj, in that case this particular condition evaluates true. In the third case, they give the input as Ram and Ram. In that case, this evaluates to false, this evaluates to false. By default, it prints string 1 is equal to string 2. I hope all of the students have understood string comparison. Now we'll discuss string copy operation. What is a string copy operation? See, string copy is nothing but, assume I'll take a string 1. I'll take a string 1 as something like K, L, E. We know that every string ends by a null character. And if I want to copy the contents of string S1 to S2, how to copy? We know that directly I can't do S1 is equal to S2. It is illegal in C language. I cannot directly copy one content of a string 1 to another by using the assignment operator. Then what to do? The simple thing is copy the content of a string 1 to string 2 character by character. In the sense, take the first character to the first position of string 2, second to second position, third to third position, and at the end we need to keep a null character explicitly. The same logic I'll be using now. So again, hash include stdio.h. These all things actually you should know, you should write on your own. So how many strings are needed? S1 of size something like a 30 I'll take, and S2 of 30. Please try to remember, better to take the same size. Otherwise, if you take the maximum size of S1 and if it is less here, it is not possible to execute. And here I'll take one particular like a control variable, that is int I. I'll take a control variable int I. First I should ask the user to enter the string 1. Printf enter a string. So I'll be using better gets only. You can use scanf, not a problem. S1. Now it is an important challenge for us how to copy the contents of one string to another. See, what is the index of K? 0, 1, 2, 3. So what to do now? I want to get the particular like a character stored at the 0th index. That's why I'll initialize I is equal to 0. Next, how long I need to take the character of a string 1 to string 2 till it reaches the null character. So that is, I'm extremely sorry, S1 of I is not is equal to null. S1 of I is not is equal to null. What to do? See, I is equal to 0. S1 of 0. What is S1 of 0? It is K. K is not is equal to null. Yes, it is true. So S2 of I is equal to S1 of I. In the sense, successfully I have stored, try to understand, K to S2. Next I want to go to the next index, I plus plus. Now the value of I becomes, say I want to go to the next index, that's why I am doing I plus plus. So what is the new value of I? It is a 1. Okay, so again the control goes back. S1 of I, what is the present value of I? 1. S1 of 1, what is S1 of 1? S1 of 1 is L. Okay, so s1 of 1 is not as equal to null. L is not as equal to null, true. So s2 of I is equal to s1 of I. In the sense s2 of 1 is equal to s1 of 1. That is s2 of 1 is equal to L. In the sense successfully I have got the value of L. Again I plus plus, it will become 2. S1 of 2 is not is equal to null. What is there S1 of 2? That is E. E is not is equal to null. True or false? Yes, it is true, because E is not is equal to null. Yes, it is true. S2 of 2 is equal to S1 of 2. What is S1 of 2? That is E. S2 of 2 is equal to E. Successfully I have got E also. Okay, I plus plus, it will become 3. Okay, so next, S1 of 3 is not is equal to null. What is S1 of 3? S1 of 3 is null. Null not is equal to null. False. As it is false, this particular thing is not going to execute. It will come outside. In the sense, successfully I have copied the contents of S1 to S2. The only job is to keep the null character here. That's why I'll do S2 of I is equal to null. Very simple. S2 of I is equal to null. In the sense, what is the present value of I? That is 3. S2 of 3 is equal to null. So S2 of 3 is null. Okay, so at the end you printf string 1 is equal to percentages and string 2 is equal to percentage yes, that is s1 comma s2, s1 comma s2. Okay, and complete the program. See how simple it is. I'll tell you the summary now. See here, I'm asking the particular user to enter a string s1. Initially string 2 will be empty, so assume that I'll take the string that is KLE. At the end, null. I is equal to 0 because I want to point it to the 0th index. That's why I is equal to 0. Take the content of S1 to S2 index by index. That is a character index by index. That is K. That's why I is equal to 0. S1 of 0 is not is equal to null. Yes, it is true because it is K. K is not is equal to null. It is true. As it is true, what it will be done? It will be taking S2 of I is equal to S1 of I. Successfully I have done S2 of 0 is equal to K. In the sense, successfully in S2 K is stored. I plus plus, the value of I will become 1. Control goes back. S1 of I is not is equal to null. What is S1 of I? L. L is not is equal to null. Yes, it is true. As it is true, it will come inside. S2 of 1 is equal to S1 of 1. What is S1 of L? 1L. That is successfully stored. I plus plus. Now it will become 2. Again goes back. S1 of 1 is not is equal to null. What is S1 of 2 is not is equal to null. What is S1 of 2? 2. S1 of 2 is not is equal to null. What else it is? E. E is not is equal to null. Yes, it is true. It will come inside. S2 of 2 is equal to S1 of 2. What is S1 of 2? E. Successfully I have got E also. I plus plus, it will become 3. Again goes back. S1 of I. S1 of 3 is not is equal to null. What is S1 of 3? Null. Null is not is equal to null. False. Once the condition become false, that tells that there are no more conditions to be get copied. That is a common sense. So just keep the null character at the end and just print S1 and S2. I hope all the students have understood string copy.